Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 751, Hellbent, part 3. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with James. What's up, James?
How's it?
All right, so I watched the episode again, because that's what I said. Before I could rate it, I need to watch it again, and I'm going to be watching it many times before I give my rating. I want to know what you thought of it, because I had some problems with it because, to me, this whole thing was taken from Russell T. Davis, the Dr. Donner, half human, half doctor hybrid, everything hybrid, all the stuff with the, everything from the memory wipe to traveling to the end of time. I even put it on my Google Plus page. When you actually think that the 10th Doctor, Captain Jack, Martha Jones, Professor Yana, Harold Saxon Master, Lucy Saxon, 11th Doctor, Clara, 12th Doctor, and Orson Pink, 12th Doctor, Clara, and the show, they're all in the same exact point, and nobody knows they're there, and the Time Lords too. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay?
That's true.
It's called, I forgot that we were there already like 3 times. So, it makes no sense to me that, and here's the thing, you got to understand, just because I don't like something doesn't mean I hate Doctor Who. I am of a different opinion because I'm a writer as well. And if I feel in certain instances that something was taken from another writer, immediately I react in a way because I'm like, I've seen this before, okay? And people don't get credit for it, okay? David Tennant had introduced us to the cracks in Doomsday.
Exactly.
And he said, this is what happens. We got to see the hybrids with River. River's a hybrid of a human and a Time Lord.
Exactly.
The Doctor was rumored to be a hybrid of a human and a Time Lord. Dr. Donna's half human, half Time Lord. Everybody in their mother is a hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And David Tennant's, he had part Donna, part Time Lord, part. Yeah.
So when I say people, some people, look, everybody can love it, everybody can hate it, or everybody can be in the middle, but my opinion should not be criticized or attacked because of my opinion.
Yeah.
I just want people to be aware. Do we forget what we watched before, 4, 5, 6 years?
See, that's what Stephen Moffat's big problem is, though. He get all these plot points, then he don't go nowhere with them. Then you start getting all colluded when they all start to combine. And you get what you wrote already. I mean,
he took everything from Russell T. Davis, the 4 knocks. Did you need to do that? No, not really.
We already don't see that.
Yeah, did you need to? My thing is this. I understand they're not going to explain everything, because the day they explain everything, then the show is not fun. But they're not answering anything, okay? They never said how they got out of the pocket universe frozen. They never said why Rassilon looks like that. They don't explain anything. And the problem I have is, if you could use a reset button in Journey to the Center of the TARDIS to undo time like that and prevent the TARDIS from blowing up and the Doctor and Clara from dying, why can't you do something with the Eye of Harmony to reset Clara from dying and face the Raven?
Exactly.
And another thing is, they could have replaced Clara with the Gallifreyan Clara, because at least the Gallifreyan Clara could regenerate probably at the last second, and then she dies, but that was just a shade. This whole it got too complex real fast. I was telling Sharon, and even on the cast last night, I'm like, I love this episode. Oh my God. Every friggin' time we went to commercial break, I'm telling Sharon, this is the greatest episode, it's the greatest finale. Then at some point in time, they lost me. They lost me because I'm saying to myself, okay. And again, this is not against Moffat in a way, because it's against the current Moffat to the past Moffat.
Yeah.
Moffat tried to make a thing that, oh my God, it's going to be fun searching for Gallifrey. He introduced us to the curator, and the curator's like, "Oh, you're gonna have fun looking for Gallifrey, basically, right?"
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing. We're like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be a search. This is gonna be an interesting thing." Whatever. You made Clara the movie, and you wasted the return of Gallifrey on Clara.
Exactly.
Like, now, nobody cares to go back to Time War Gallifrey because they're there. And they don't even know. That this is what kills me, right? I understand you got to write a finale, but you got to know that they know why they're there.
Exactly.
They have no idea why they're at the end of time. They have no idea why they ain't surfacing. They're just chilling there for no reason. And then don't make it like they've been there for billions of years, okay? They're there in the future. In the future. Yep. They travel through time with Gallifrey just like a TARDIS.
Exactly.
Okay, so don't make it like Clara's been dead for friggin' billions of years. And there's no way that Clara could look in his eyes and see he's that old if he just copied himself. And that doctor should be a day old, technically.
Yep. Because he's, 2 billion years of copied doctor.
It's plot hole city. I mean,
exactly.
And the thing is that the way I see it, I don't see him as a copy. I see it that everything got reverted, but the actions of himself.
Yeah.
So while he did 4 billion and a half years, like the doctor that we see is only a day old.
Yeah.
And he's just repeating the process. And every time he gets to the diamond room, there's a little more walkway to walk in there. Because if you notice, every time he got to that, it was a little more and a little more. And he had a little more dialogue before he died. Just like the Fourth Doctor time loop, okay, that they've even taken for Next Generation and stuff like that. And time goes a little more, when the Doctor's trapped in a time loop. So the way I see it, while he's been there 4.5 billion years, he's only been there a day.
Yeah.
Because you don't remember any of that.
Nope. And plus, he was in his own little clock thing. It's like
he knows that he's been there, but he only has the memories of a day. So yeah, he's probably pissed off, of course. But he's not pissed off as 4 billion years worth of memories pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Let's get that straight right there. And she can't look in his eyes and see 4 billion years. There's no way. So that's another plot hole right there. And again, I'm not trying to be negative, okay? I didn't want Clara to die. So I got my wish. And I even called it weeks and weeks and weeks ago when I said he's going to lose his memory of her.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to be.
Because the Time Lord wiped his memory, pretty much.
Right. I mean, I don't want to be. When I predict what happens, then it's sad. Because this happens and it's like, oh, damn it. I want to be surprised as a fan. So my thing is that what David Tennant did at the end of Waters of Mars, when the Ood showed up, and he's like, no, I'm not. He's like, no, I'm not going to the end of time. I'm not going to my final adventure. I'm going to screw around with Wiggle.
For a while.
Right. And they copied off that.
Yeah.
They copied off of the heartbeat, everything. I mean, they even copied off of. I mean, why do you keep going to the last moment in the universe? If you've been there and listened, you've been there. You've been there already. How many times?
And how come he didn't meet the Master?
The Master should have been in the TARDIS with Lucy Saxon because he brought her there as a companion and said, hey, look, this is the end of the universe.
Exactly. So
the TARDISes should have bumped into each other. I mean, how many TARDISes do you have there? You had David Tennant was there with Captain Jack and Martha. There was one planet left. Or 2 planets left, and then they burnt out. Orson Pink was there, and then there was 1 planet left.
Yeah.
It's the same place.
Did Matt Smith go back to the end of time?
Yes. They went there in the episode called Hyde.
Yeah.
He went there, he's like, oh, this is the end of everything.
Yeah. Remember he the stars going out. Yep.
Right, he went there with Clara, and she's just chilling in the TARDIS, and she's like, we're ghosts to you. Remember that?
Yep.
They're all in the same place. But Martha forgot. And it's like, me, I with Dr. Mystery, I'm like safeguarding Dr. Mystery. I'm like, you have to recognize the Dr. Donna, because that was a threat to everybody.
Exactly.
Okay? And
even have Time Lord. Same thing with Danga. River Song. Same thing.
And Captain Jack.
Yep.
You copied off of Captain Jack, which is Russell T. Davis, and I'm just against it. I want original stuff.
Yeah, because Rose pretty much made Captain Jack when she had the eye of harmony inside her and brought him back to life.
Right, and now Doctor makes a shoulder.
Yep, made her immortal.
When you got a crappy race like the Mayans, that you mean to tell me the Time Lords wouldn't take that technology?
Exactly.
And use that? I mean, that's an inferior race, and the Time Lords have been around for billions of years. They couldn't come up with something like that.
I'm surprised, like the ladies of Karn. I'm surprised they didn't show up.
Well, that's another thing that bothers me. Like, who the hell are they all of a sudden? The women of Karn.
Are they like time ladies, or what are they?
I mean, all of a sudden, like they just how do they get into the boardroom without getting blasted? First of all, with the cloister bells and all the stuff going on, and the guards and everything, and people attack at the Time Lords. How could they even get to the throne room and the boardroom without getting
got
blasted?
some kind of high regard or something, or are they
Even
like?
So, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. And then they stay there too. That's another thing that kills me. Like, I listen. I like the lady. Don't get me wrong, a Karn, and I like her appearances, but she overstepped here. And what the hell was your purpose here? Why do you care all of a sudden about Time Lords and rules and stuff when you broke the rules yourself by bringing him back from the dead and giving him regeneration? So, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So,
they do what they want to. Wait. Stephen Moffat got the Time Lords. They got Rassilon. He's gonna be, I guess, the next big bad, I guess. Since they ain't gonna bring Omega back, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, why does he look like he did from the other previous episodes of Classic Series? Because that was
did he age, or did he regenerate, or what happened?
Did he regenerate back to the old age? I mean, I don't understand what the hell that is either.
They didn't explain none of that. You still got you still got some of like the inflections of the Timothy Dalton Rassilon, but like he just aged like what 50 years.
And then Moffat put something in that pisses us off because he's like, the general was always a woman.
Yeah.
But that incarnation. And then when he regenerated, he would regenerate back into a woman, but not just a woman, but
a black woman.
Right.
I'm like, what?
I'm like, oh God. Listen, I don't have anything. Look.
They just did that like to play on like a lady doctor, pretty much. What that was.
That's basically saying, hey, we're coming. This is not just. That was showing that it's not a fluke. Nope. It's not a one-time or a two-time occurrences. It's a regular thing in Time Lord society, which if you remember the 11th Doctor's speech with the Corsair, it wasn't. It was the first time it was done. It was the only time it was done. Yeah. And he became a woman. So Moffat's undoing
everything Russell T. Davies did, or
and Neil Gaiman and everybody else.
Yeah, like especially when the name like the artist when it went into that woman and he could actually talk to the doctor for a minute, like the doctor's wife, like
right,
doing all that, like God.
It's and another thing too. Not only is he not explaining things, and here's the thing: all he had to do, because they never explained why Capaldi went back as the 12th Doctor to the Time War, to the whole 50th. Yeah. It never happened yet. Like, when could it happen now? He hasn't been alone. When did that happen? It didn't happen yet. So there was supposed to be a purpose behind that. They didn't need his equation to save Gallifrey. The last equation, the 11th Doctor says, I have the final equation to get it to work. So they didn't need him there. So why was he there?
Nope.
And it makes you wonder that because he was there. He got
contacted.
Well, just by him being there, the Time Lord's like, listen, somehow he gets regenerations, because if we don't give it to him, he's never going to become that incarnation, so it'll be a paradox and a fixed point. So we got to give him regenerations. Because we just seen it already.
Yep.
And I would have loved that Clara from Gallifrey would have gave him the regenerations, because even Rassilon's like, I don't know how many regenerations we gave you. How many regenerations we give you? And it's like, how could the Lord President not know how many regenerations they give the Doctor? What's that? James? James? Hello?
Exactly.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
I lost you.
Okay.
Yeah, now
I'm here.
All right, so why did Rassilon not know about how many regenerations?
Okay. Is something wrong with Zoom?
Yeah, I think so. Do you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay.
I said, why did Rassilon not know how many regenerations?
For real, because that doctor can't have unlimited. Oh yeah, I like that TARDIS.
Yeah, it's supposed to be phasing on
Yeah,
the other side.
you know, he the president of the entire planet. Now he's supposed to know everything that's going on. He's supposed to be the all powerful Rassilon. You know, got the glove, got the shield and everything else. He's supposed to be all powerful.
Well, he was wrestling that guy, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know how many regeneration they gave the doctor.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Exactly. If you supposed to get like another set of 12 regeneration, 13 more lives.
Right.
So he should have. So and Peter Capaldi is the first of that, because Matt Smith was like the set point. So he should have 11 more lives to go.
I think they don't even give him a cycle. I think they just gave him a whole bunch.
Oh my gosh, so it'd be unlimited then.
It might be. But let me ask you a question now. Besides that, why does every villain or race have something in their basement?
Exactly.
Like the Daleks got stuff going on in the basement. The Time Lord's got something going on in the basement. I mean, what's with the basement all of a sudden?
Yeah, they like, I guess they keep all the craziness, all like crazy stuff down in the basement. Like look at Shield. I mean, look at Unit. They got the Black Archive where they keep all the
Right.
secret stuff
Right.
in the basement. Yep.
And what was the purpose of taking the form of the restaurant that he went to Avian Warrior? She didn't have any memories of that.
Exactly, especially like back in Series 6. He went back to America in the pickup truck. Maybe it was trying to be like Doctor Who / Western, maybe like High Plains Drift or something like that.
And why is Moffat retconning his first meeting with Clara? Because the first meeting with Clara was Oswald Oswald.
Exactly.
In Asylum of the Daleks. And the second meeting was in the Snowman. Had nothing to do with Missy, by the way.
Nope.
So that's how he met her. And then because of trying to find her, I guess Missy helped it along. But that was also copied from Russell T. Davies because Dalek Khan, right, said that the Doctor meeting Donna was always supposed to happen. He just speeded it up a little bit. Same thing like Missy. So this whole storyline with Moffat was taken from Russell T. Davies.
Yeah.
Where Dalek Khan introduced Donna to the Doctor. Yeah. Missy introduced Clara, the third, the original, but whatever, to the Doctor. The hybrid, the cracks, the friggin' end of time, the generation. All this stuff was taken from Russell T. Davis's stuff.
Exactly. I'm surprised they didn't bring back the Papal mainframe.
And why can't we respect that? Why can't we say, if Russell T. Davies' stuff didn't happen, we wouldn't have Hellbent.
Nope.
I mean, he drew it from somewhere. I mean, Moffat even copied off of his own writers.
Yeah, exactly. It's
time
for a new showrunner. It's time for
Thank you.
I think, to be honest.
I think so. Because he even copied off his own people.
I know.
The future time, the Earth's first time traveler in Hyde, right?
Yep.
Was a woman, African American woman, right?
Yep.
And he says, I'm going to use that for Danny Pink's future descendant, Orson Pink. He copied the same thing.
Yep. Crazy.
Smith, I'm telling you, and I'm not being a hater, okay? But I just want everybody to wake up, all right? Does everybody have a mind like a shoulder where they just forget everything? Because I remember Smith and Jones.
Yep.
And where there was a prisoner running from the aliens, and then they copied that with 11th Hour, with Eutraxi and Prisoner Zero.
Yep. Like
I remember all these things. And this happened in Russell T. Davis's first. We saw Capaldi first in David Tennant's time.
So like the werewolf thing, or creature thing, same thing within David Tennant.
David Tennant was questioning if he was a good man because of the Time Lord Victorious.
Yep.
So he's like, am I a good man? Am I evil? Am I whatever? And then they do the same thing with Capaldi.
Yep.
Where he got Time Lord Victorious a little bit here and there. And it's like, he needs to remind himself? Like, why would he need to remind himself? He wasn't at that point with Matt Smith. He wasn't a jerk in Trenzalore. Why would he have to make... And I never believed that either, that he chose that. So, having a problem with a lot of this stuff... I mean, here's the thing. I liked it, okay? But I have a problem with them stealing and plagiarizing
other people's stuff. Yeah, I
Right.
got you. And plus, Russ, Stephen Moffat got a tendency of painting himself into a corner, then use some kind of illogical method to get himself out, or like take something from Russell D. Davis and try to intermix with his own stuff, but makes it all convoluted again. Though.
They even took the idea of what? I think so. They even took the idea of when they cut that scene where the doctor gave Rose and the human doctor a chunk of TARDIS to go do your own TARDIS and travel on around. That's basically what happened with the show. And they had their own TARDIS. It's the same concept, with the exception of the chunk, mind you. But I mean, everything we see in Hellbent, if you really dissect it, okay, everything is taken from Russell T Davis. The only thing that is pure Moffat is the fact of he's making Capaldi write a song about Clara with the guitar.
Yeah.
He's saying that he kidnapped the president's daughter and had a romance and did something with the moon. Other than that, everything else is Russell T Davis.
Yeah. You talking about the moon got away or some crap like
Something.
that?
Other than that, it's Russell T Davis. Everything.
Then he went back to the barn on Gallifrey.
Right. And that makes no sense either. That I don't understand why, if he talks so highly of what Gallifrey used to be, why people living in shacks and barns in the desert, and these people, like these rich, Gallifreyans are like in these towers and gold this and gold that, and it's disgusting.
So it's like a hierarchy. The Time Lords get all the perks, and the regular people live in the dirt, apparently.
But that's not that's another thing. That's not the impression we saw before, though.
No, what we saw was like all Gallifreyans like live in the city.
Right.
Apparently not. They got too high.
Not according to the Moffat.
Nope.
Moffat turns it into a Firefly type weird thing where they're all wearing Victorian era and weird clothing, and like, why are they just suffering like that? That makes no sense.
What I'm saying, if you're a Time Lord, you're supposed to. You got access to any point in time. You get all kind of future technology. Have they can build houses or something. They got all this technology, but they doing nothing.
Yeah, a barn. Like,
exactly. It don't make any sense. And the cafe was a TARDIS.
Which Albert was right about that, by the way.
Yep.
But still, we joked around about Mamie's house being a TARDIS. I like I said in many casts, Amy's house was too big, it was a TARDIS. It seems to me like he just pieced together different things from what he's seen.
Yeah, like season 6, he mixed a couple of seasons in there.
I just don't understand why he's going to bring Rory and Amy into it. I mean, I know that they got to shoot there.
Yeah.
But you could have had a better explanation why we're there. I mean, you could have said, hey, that's a still point and whatever. And, you could have altered a still point before it becomes a fixed point, like you do with the test selector. I mean, so many different things.
And for real, I'm surprised he didn't bump into the 11th Doctor, because it was all about in the same location.
If I was him, like if I really want to explain it, when she was looking for Trap Street, I would have had her abducted and switched.
Yep.
Because then that's what happened where she got the number behind her back. Because then you can start the real Clara is alive or whatever. But technically, if you really think about it, the way this timeline goes, the Doctor doesn't exist in this timeline.
Nope.
At all. He doesn't. He prevented himself because Orson Pink doesn't exist because Clara and Dana Pink don't get together.
Yeah.
And Orson Pink can't give her the soldier to give to the Doctor.
Exactly. So
wiped it out. Maybe this whole thing with Clara now, they need to revisit. They need to bring her back with a shoulder, because what's going to happen is maybe a new timeline is going to be formed where the Doctor is going to be the Minister of War, because instead of being the soldier, that she convinced him to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
So if she didn't convince him of that, then it would be a Doctor of War.
Yeah, exactly.
And he probably could be a worse. So maybe this timeline will show a different set of. I mean, I'm telling you, it would have to be that a new timeline is created for this.
Because if not, he'd be going down to the path of the Valyard or something.
Like maybe now they by doing this with Clara, he's got to get her to go back or something, because you know, this thing. Well, actually, technically, if she dies, the universe is prevented because she has to be with Danny Pink. Like he has to restore Danny Pink. Danny Pink,
He's still in
regardless.
the Matrix.
Listen, regardless of whether if Moffat had a falling out with the actor, which I don't know why, or if he did or not, I'm not saying he did, or for some reason they just don't want to have him in anymore. He wrote it that way that Danny Pink is important because they have kids and grandkids and whatever, and then that person meets Clara. So because he wrote it that way, he can't change the rules. Like he's gotta fix
Bring
it.
back some point.
Clara has to be with Danny Pink. She can't die.
Nope.
Or else the doctor is prevented. The doctor's prevented.
Yep. What I hate about the Time Lords is though, they wipe his memory. How many times have they wiped the doctor's memories?
Right. Well, that was Clara's doing, I guess,
Yeah.
with that thing or whatever. I mean, it was a 50-50 chance. But here's the thing. Even if you erased her memory, right?
Yeah.
How would that fix anything? Because
It wouldn't from my point of view.
Like, I think he just threw that in there because she still got the tattoo on the back of her neck.
Yeah.
Erasing her memory would alter the timeline, and there would be two Capaldis.
Exactly.
Because Capaldi wouldn't see her die, and he's like, "What just happened?" And then, like, I don't understand that.
He sees that's my right there on road to into another corner again.
Plot hole city.
Yeah, exactly. He had more plot hole than Doctor Who than Russell. At least with Russell T Davies, he resolved his situation. If he mentions something, he'll
Fixed it. He fixed
it toward the end of the mid or toward the end of the season.
Right. Like he
Moffat goes on, and half his stuff never get resolved. Like most of Matt Smith's run, a lot of his stuff didn't get resolved. Like, did he ever take River to the tower thing?
We don't even know.
Nope.
We don't
exactly.
even know. We thought he did.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times he was supposed to go somewhere and things turn out that way.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. And again, to my subscribers and to fans and friends and enemies, like all I'm trying to say is before you just throw a rating towards Hellbent, all right?
Watch it again.
And before you even watch it again, think about what I said, Russell T. Davis' stuff. Think about all the stuff that was taken. Think about how Russell T. Davis wrapped stuff up.
Exactly.
Okay.
He made it sound good. He had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Right. He had the Time Lords in his last episode. You know, we got a resolution that the Time Lords were evil, as more evil than the Daleks. They did this. And then he sent them back to hell and everything. And even about the whole time thing, like everybody would be coming out of it. You know, now you make it like it's just the Daleks and the Time Lords. It wasn't like that. It was other races involved in a war there. So
a lot of them lost their planets.
Right. So, you know, to say that's just, and another thing too, he never met the Daleks before he left Gallifrey. He didn't know of the Daleks. The Time Lords may have, but he didn't. And when he traveled and ran away, then he met the Daleks.
Exactly.
That's classic Doctor Who history. Okay,
exactly.
You can't throw stuff in there, making it like the Doctor knew about the Daleks before he left in a TARDIS. He never did. That's just made up stuff.
Yeah, see, that's Stephen Moffat.
That pisses me off too. You know, you're crapping on William Hartnell because there was an episode where after he had Ian and Barbara with them, then there's the Daleks, you know.
Yeah.
But he didn't know they existed.
Nope, because he met them on Earth.
and he didn't like lie either. He just didn't know they existed until he never knew they existed on Gallifrey.
Nope.
He never knew like of their beginnings, ends, middles, whatever. It was through him. Then the Time Lords didn't even know they existed either. Until the Doctor started encountering them. Hey, listen, you know what? We see this big war coming with the Daleks. We want to prevent this. You know, so kind of because they did that, they caused the Time to run away. Because
Yeah.
Davros had
They said
memories.
the fourth Doctor, what, like 1,000 years, caused the Daleks 1,000 years. Then when they reemerged, they were more
And
powerful than ever.
Davros found out that the Time Lords tried to prevent them. So then he had in the back of his mind, he put in the Daleks' minds, hey, we're going to be a threat to them. Well, we're going to go to war with them at one point in time because of their meddling.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, they would have never been at war. These Time Lords' fault.
Exactly.
You know, but
The,
still.
for the Time Lords to be all powerful, sometimes they're incredibly stupid.
But now they look scared, like they're scared of everybody.
Yep.
They're just hiding there.
That's why they went to the end of time, because pretty much all the enemies are dead by the end of time. Pretty
Right, so
much.
they're just chilling out there, and hey, you know. But meanwhile, TARDIS should be bouncing off of Gallifrey's shield. Because everybody, how many doctors are in there at the end of time? There's a couple of them.
Exactly.
There's the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th.
Yeah, so there should be cloister bells going off all over Gallifrey.
See the ladies like the cloisters are always going off?
Yeah.
It should be, because it should always be a paradox every day.
Exactly. You at the end of time, you got Time Lords coming and going, different TARDISes.
And the Doctor's constantly going to the end of time, the Master's going to the end of time, everybody's going to the end of time.
Yep.
Constantly. So.
Captain Jack rode the TARDIS to the end of time on the outside.
Yeah, basically.
Yep. And Clara did a thing when she had to go back in the time of the Doctor. That's why it took so long for the TARDIS to get back to the Doctor.
And then you got to wonder how the hell Professor Yan got there if he didn't have a TARDIS.
Exactly.
How the hell did he get to the end of time without a TARDIS? The time was dropped him off?
What, like vortex manipulator or something?
Well, I mean, and where is his then? Because did they drop him off?
Yeah.
I mean,
because that didn't even get explained right there.
They didn't even explain how great intelligence traveled through time either. From Victorian London. How did he go into the future? Or not even have travel into the future, but go to the other side of space.
Because he was inside a human body, and a human body can't do all that.
Human body aged 80, 100 years, that's it.
Exactly. And especially if you're somebody that's already dead, they should be deteriorating.
Right. And another thing, he didn't explain the Doctor and Clara's relationship. If she's just a friend, right?
Yeah.
Then what would he do for his wife? Let her rot in the library?
No, he would have got her a new body or something.
No, but I'm saying, like, if he's going to go to these ends for just a companion, a friend, right? And I know she's more than a friend, like whatever. Okay, you don't want to say romance, but wouldn't he do more for his wife?
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, how is she more important than his wife? All of a sudden, I mean,
makes you wonder.
Yeah, there's a romance with Clara and the Doctor.
Yeah, they're doing the Matt Smith, but I don't know.
I'm telling you that I bet you that's what it was. That they just didn't say that she was in love with him when he was the 11th, and she's still in love with him as a 12th. It took her a little time.
Yeah.
So that's what she did. Because we don't know what was said in Gallifrey when they whispered to each other or talking to each other.
Exactly.
So.
And then the Christmas special coming up, the Husbands of River song. Okay.
You know what? I welcome that distraction. I welcome River.
We need that.
Yeah.
I looked at Hellbent. It kind of reminded me of a Western. Out there in the desert.
It reminded me of Firefly.
Yeah. And kind of like High Plains Drifter, too. All you need was have that theme in the background. Walking in the desert.
And they didn't explain the cloisters. They didn't explain the weeping angels. I mean, you would have thought eventually they can explain why some of the timelines go like this, you know, and like weeping angels,
like hear no evil, see no evil, something like that.
Like, is there a thing where they're connected to the weeping angels? Nobody says anything.
You look like the Matrix, like co-opted all of them. If you get trapped inside the Matrix co-opt you or something.
Yeah, but wasn't the Valyard the keeper of the Matrix? He had the key.
Yeah. Yep.
So wouldn't he be involved in that nonsense?
I thought so.
Now that's undone too, because he wasn't there, obviously.
Or like, you know, when they was like in the classic series where like the Game of Death thing, where they inside the Gallifrey Death Zone or so.
Right.
Where's the Death Zone?
Five doctors, yeah.
Yeah, where's the Death Zone at?
With the robot,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when stuff was cool with that thing. But I gotta say that you ruined the return of Gallifrey.
Yep.
Moffat.
Ruined the hybrid thing because they saying the Doctor hybrid, the Master hybrid.
Yeah, but they never revealed who the hell the hybrid was. Nobody with certainty said that it was Clara and the Doctor together. It was just alluded to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's either he's a hybrid, it's either Childers a hybrid, it's either Clara and the Doctor are a hybrid together, or it could be a completely different other explanation. Nobody really knows for sure.
Yep.
And you can't go by Childers' words either.
Nope. Or the Master. Or the Masters either.
Because don't forget, how many episodes was she a villain? And again, I love Maisie Williams, and all right, she was cool in the end, but you're evil for how many years? Now all of a sudden you're good? It's like
exactly. Because I thought she was going to turn out to be a Doctor's enemy.
I mean, I don't know, whatever.
I guess they making Rassilon a big bad, I guess. Because the Doctor made him lead a planet.
Well, the whole High Council he kicked out.
Yep.
So, but here's the thing. All right, you kicked them out, but don't they have TARDISes too?
Yeah, look like they would.
Shouldn't they be traveling around through time too and kind of get pissed off?
Yeah,
or is that just the special privileged people get the TARDIS?
Exactly.
I mean, Rassilon doesn't even know how many regenerations the Doctor got. So that's telling you about Plot Hole City.
Yep.
Who decides that? Obviously, he's the freaking president. He's like, all right, give him regenerations. He didn't tell him how many. Or who does that?
Yep. And the general.
The general was a good guy.
Yep.
That was good. That was a good thing. I'm glad.
But he still think the Doctor crazy though. But everybody on Gallifrey think the Doctor's nuts. A madman.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He saved them from the Time War. They're not going to do anything to him now.
No.
Even if he did that, I think I'd be like, all right, he's a little pissed off.
Yep.
I mean, they already did the worst to him. They put him in a prison for like 4 billion years. Nobody's going to do that again.
No.
He's not. I mean, Gallifrey's not going to be. Time Lord's not going to be a villain to the Doctor. I mean, like the High Council's kicked out, so the good people running the thing. I mean, that they were like, all right, we'll let this go.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
because he's the president, so he can do whatever he wants anyway. So they can't really say anything.
Nope.
They just got to let it go. Basically.
Yep.
Basically.
Because the Doctor, he was the Time Lord president, like the fourth incarnation. Yep. Then he ran away.
Fifth,
and the fifth. Yep.
And the sixth.
Yep. They put him on trial on the sixth now.
Yeah. All right, so we'll probably won't see Time Lords for another 5-10 years, and maybe that's a good thing because they don't know what to do with them anyway. Yeah.
The same thing with the Daleks, same thing with the Cybermen.
Just give him a break. Give him a break.
I'd rather see the Sea Devils, bring back the Celestial Toymaker,
Somebody
we ain't seen in a long time.
I'd rather see a deep episode with Cybermen, like a deep origins, whatever. Like Capaldi wants to see a genesis of the Cybermen type of thing.
Yeah.
I want to see, explanations about the alternate reality Cybermen, our Cybermen, are they together, the same race, what, without just them alluding to it. I want like flat out explanations.
Yeah, like the two, like the Cybermen from the other universe come to this universe and team up with this Cyberman's universe.
Like I said, I want the Doctor to be mysterious. I don't want them to reveal too many secrets because it's got to be Doctor Who. You don't know who he is, whatever. But don't keep throwing questions at us without some answers. And that's what I'm getting aggravated about. There's so many unanswered questions. The voice in the TARDIS, who blew up the TARDIS, why did Madame Bavarian hate him, why did she travel through time, what the hell the Dream Lord was, because he still appeared after the pollen was there. I mean,
an aspect of the Doctor's personality or something, or what?
So much stuff that they just left alone. And what was that thing with the Lodger, and then the Silence had a TARDIS, what was that? And it was on the moon. I mean, what's.
They just leave all that stuff, make everything a little too convoluted.
We need to do some spring cleaning a little bit.
Yeah, like how does spiders breathe on the moon, no air? Man.
We need to, before we could go into multi-other parts and story arcs, we need to clean up the story arcs.
Yep.
We need to have a season of cleanup.
Yeah, where everything's starting to make sense. This is super convoluted.
Right, like maybe his next companion is Madame Bavarian, although we don't know it's Madame Bavarian. She has a different name and she's young, and then at the end when she leaves, my name is Bavarian.
Like when he met young Davros, I was surprised. What's your name, Davros?
Yeah, and nobody explains that either, that the timeline is okay. Like,
I mean, it's crazy. See, that's how you gonna split the fan base right there.
well, it's a mess. That's the whole point. Get your TARDIS in order. It's a mess.
Exactly. It ain't no our harmony. Our disharmony more sound like to me.
Like when General Louis Coleman said on like the talk shows that Doctor Who's not meant to make sense or is supposed to be anything good. No, that's not. Because the thing is that you can't have a paradox like that because then it'll be too ridiculous in fantasy. We don't want it fantasy. We want it based in reality a little bit. I mean, you can't just do whatever you want.
Nope.
There's got to be some type of rules, regulations. You don't go. You know, you can't just do stuff like that.
Exactly. But with Stephen Moffat, since he's the showrunner, he pretty much do what he wants to, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. It's like for a while everybody's thinking, all right, he's going to resolve things. And you know what? As time's gone on,
he made it worse.
It keeps getting worse.
Yep.
So it's time for something new because we're never going to get it anyway.
Yeah, it's time for a new showrunner.
It's time for a new showrunner.
Yeah, because he worried more about Sherlock Holmes and the Coe-Hill School thing than the show that's actually making him money, which is Doctor Who. So.
I got to say, and I'm still not going to rate Hellbent yet, but his head's not in the right place.
Nope.
He's not 100% focused. I know that. And if anybody says he is, prove me wrong because he's not.
I think you need to let somebody else take the reins over at Doctor Who,
and he needs to take the handcuffs off the writers too.
Yep.
Tell them what to write about because let them write what they want to write about. Don't even say you're going to write about it. Not like you're going to write about Cybermen. Let them write what they want to write.
Yeah, see, that was so fresh when Neil Gaiman came in and made the Doctor's wife because it explained a whole lot of stuff.
Right, and he hasn't been back since.
Exactly. So,
2 seasons.
Steve Moffat did to his.
2 seasons and no Neil Gaiman. Right.
Because he probably pissed him off when he messed up his story.
I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, so would I.
First of all, I wouldn't have the Doctor have a little kid sleep next to a Cyberman knowing that his companion died at the hands of a Cyberman.
Exactly.
That's me.
He seemed to forget that. Yeah.
But how can you, though? Moffat watches as much. Moffat has probably seen some of the stuff that is lost, the lost episodes, where, of course, Moffat's seen more episodes than me and everybody else because he probably has the lost episodes or knows of the lost episodes that we never got to see.
Exactly.
So knowing all the history like he does, like, how could he overlook stuff like that?
Unless he just don't care.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yep.
He doesn't want to have to deal with that.
You can't. I look at it like this: when you watch Doctor Who, you can honor the past, but do something original in the present and the future. You mention something like what happened in the classic series.
All right.
I help you resolve something in the current series. Then later on, you can probably be used in a future series or something like that.
Right.
Like harken back to it.
But you know what? Even to call it the classic series, right?
Yeah.
At some point in time, Doctor Who 2005 to the present is going to be classic series as well.
Exactly.
From now, it's going to be classic Who too. So, you can't label it like classic, new Who. It's the same series.
I'll just call it just Who or
Doctor Who. There's no classic series. There's no new series. They're all part of the same thing because eventually our Doctor Who that we're in now is going to be classic to somebody else.
Exactly.
It's all labels.
So anybody who have never watched Doctor Who before, it's going to be new Who to them.
Like people now, 9th Doctor, 10th Doctor, that's classic to them.
Yep.
They're Matt Smith and Capaldi.
Yep.
It's like different eras. So, and as time goes on, and Capaldi's the Doctor for 10 years, then everybody's going to know Capaldi, and everybody else is like, all right, once more. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, again, an old friend told me before I could rate episodes, I should view them over and over and over again. And I still to this day am keeping that advice. So before I rate Hellbent, I'm probably going to see quite a lot of times. I've already seen it again today. I'll see it another day. I did like the episode overall before it start getting weird, as I said in the previous cast. But can I overlook like the major thing that got a disaster and just like the episode in general? I mean, that's the thing, and I'm going against my principles with people copying plagiarism in my mind. In my mind, that's the way it is, and it's made up about taking from other people's stuff. So
Yeah.
can I still enjoy it knowing that it was taken from someone else? And that's the thing I have to go over in my mind, and I have to watch it a whole bunch of times and come to a different perspective to see if I can give it what kind of rating I give it.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm looking at it like this, though. If he's stealing from Russell T. Davies, you might well just bring him back on the show then. Let him be a co-showrunner with you.
Right.
I mean, stealing from the man.
Right. I think I'm going to give it a passing rating at least. You know, but what is it going to be? I don't know. Now, what would you rate it?
Probably about a 7.5 out of 10.
Right. You want to talk a little bit about it, like on your side, like what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it?
Well, what I didn't like about it when the Time Lord like erased his memory and all that. I didn't like that, but I can understand why though. Didn't he like?
Well, he asked for the device. They didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
He asked for it.
And plus, you know, he took Claire out of her timeline.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but I was surprised when I seen that diner. Like, he's in America again? Like, what? Like,
yeah, I don't understand what the purpose of that was.
I know. In a pickup truck, got his gut charred. Like, okay.
Or even the guy, he's like, yeah, Clara told me to take care of you.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, who's Clara? Who are you?
Exactly. Like, what? Then she appears in the restaurant. He like looking at her. She looking at him. And
at first, I thought he knew and she didn't know.
Yeah.
And then they reversed it totally.
Exactly. Like, okay.
And I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah. And I was up there looking like with Matt Smith come walking through.
Well, that's what I was like. Well, watch something happen, because I remember, you know, I don't know if anybody else remembers, but I remember Journey Into the TARDIS where he says, "I traveled to the future. I saw you die."
Exactly.
So as far as I'm concerned, you know, that they abandoned that too. That he knew she was going to die too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about either.
So,
he was acting like it.
So if he went to the future as Matt Smith doctor or the current doctor is now, so.
Right. Well, that's what they said. He went in the future. He's like, you die, and there's zombie, whatever that thing, whatever. I don't know.
I mean, see, that's when it started getting me confused right there. Go, Lord.
Yeah.
Then the general regenerates. Okay, so all the Time Lords are basically women, huh? They're like, really? Okay.
Well, I don't know about they're all women, but it just seems to me that Moffat just has a thing where all women are in charge of military lately, especially like with UNIT, which I'm like, all right, whatever he said.
Yeah. So we don't need too more Missies running around, though.
See that? You say that he can't write for women, he puts up women in charge of everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you look at UNIT now. I'm telling you,
everybody's a female in charge of everything. It's like, okay. But Russell T. Davies had it that way too. When he had Rose and Magumbo.
Yeah.
You know, they're all women. You know. I don't know. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed Hellbent. And it's not going to split me to leave Doctor, by the way. Yeah. So it's just it split my opinions of things, but it didn't turn me against the show, because the moment I saw River, I was so happy, you know, and I changed all my Facebook pages to put River and the Doctor, to Clara out, all that stuff, with the exception of the after show thing. But and
he never did explain how River and Clara were connected. You know, when they had the thing, never did explain that.
Nope, not at all.
He got all these plot holes wide open and got no closure, let nobody know nothing. So, we supposed to debate about it or something?
Right. If you had somebody take over as showrunner, would they waste years cleaning up his mess, or would they just do their own thing?
They probably just do like a retcon or something. Retcon all of it.
I mean, the way I am, I would probably be answering everything, fixing everything for a little while, and then do my own. I mean, I don't know.
You clean up that mess, then go to start doing your own original stuff once you got the timeline read.
I mean, would it really hurt Doctor Who not to know what the voice in the TARDIS was?
Exactly.
Would it really hurt Doctor Who not to know what the Dream Lord was? Would it really hurt Doctor Who about the Command Barbarian? It won't hurt the show to know, to answer some things.
Exactly.
How they got out of the Pocket Universe? Who got them out of the Pocket Universe? Why from the Pocket Universe and Frozen and Spawn did they get to the end of the universe? Like, is it so? It's just so bad to ask those questions. Like, were they something to be resolved?
Or did they like that take all the TARDISes on Gallifrey to help move the planet or something? What did they do? See, they don't explain
Didn't they just hop in a TARDIS and do stuff themselves? I mean, you know, what, is there rules that we don't know about?
Because the last time we seen Gallifrey was in when it was above the Earth, was in David Tennant's timeline.
Right. So I'm glad that they didn't have David Tennant and Paul McGann in there. Like, we heard rumors that there were going to be ghosts in the basement. I'm glad we didn't see that because I would have been upset.
I know, because they just had like Time Lord ghosts in there.
Well, I'm glad they weren't in there, even if they didn't film it.
Well, they probably been pissed off being in this episode.
I know that David Tennant and Matt Smith were upset that Rivers back with Capaldi.
Yeah.
They've all voiced their opinions that they're upset. Like, they feel that she should not be with him. But that's a different thing we can talk about on the show. All right. On that note, guys, hope you enjoyed Hellbent, and I hope you really enjoy the Christmas special. Keep doing podcasts, keep doing shows. One episode can't make you not watch Doctor Who. So regardless of what's said in it, I mean, I understand it split the fan base. Moffat says it would. Well, it might have fractured it, but I don't think it would get people. And I don't think he would. I don't see why he would do something to get people not to want to watch Doctor Who. So maybe he just likes messing with us as fans. I don't know. But I'm not.
With the BBC.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop doing Doctor Who shows because I don't like certain things. So, all right, guys. So until next time, probably tomorrow, take care. Bye for now.